Frank changed his tactic about 3 times, and every time he changed it, it was fantastic. And that team is the team that, apart from maybe Johnson for Kudus, that should start against Man United, because he's got it spot on there.
So you'd start Bentancur over Paulinho, Rocco, for that game?
Yeah. And then bring Paulinho on at half-time. Both of them are so good, and they're so similar to each other. We can play them interchangeably at this point. Not together. Stop playing them together.
Yeah.
But play them interchangeably, maybe.
Exactly. I mean, our home games, they've got to stop doing it, isn't it? Away, there are times where they have to, but that will be understandable. But yeah, at home, it was just night and day with them separated today, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fantastic. Like, I think you said it in the watch long. He had about 3 or 4 different tactics, 3 or 4 different formations he used there. Even after Johnson got sent off, he came up with something, and it worked. It worked so well. I mean, wow. I'm impressed. I've been calling for it for a while.
So what do you think he did tonight that you were calling for?
When Dane came on, he had the 2 striker system, which I've said about a couple of times, and he brought Dane on. Also, in the first half, Xavi had so much more freedom, and he worked so well with every single player there. And I know, again, everyone's going to say it who's going to come on here tonight. Everyone's going to say it in the things. Everyone's going to say it on social media. I know it's only Copenhagen, but we outclassed them, and we out-tacticked to them, and we outplayed them at every corner. And Xavi looked like he was having fun, and the team looked like they were having fun. So Frank clearly got in their head after the Chelsea game, and he did something. He changed the tactic there. Xavi had so much more freedom. Kolo Muani, just some of his runs, fantastic. He's so unlucky to not score today.
He was. I mean, Rocco, with Kolo Muani, I voted Bentancur as man of the match in the poll we were doing here, but I was really, I gave it to him by a tiny amount, and I don't know, over Kolo Muani, who I thought, yes, he didn't get the goals, which he should. I mean, if he had got to those 2 goals, then he's man of the match and a 10 out of 10 performance. But I think we saw from a striker exactly what we've been missing recently for this style of play, or recently we haven't had the right striker for the right manager or the right. He was just everywhere, wasn't he?
It was fantastic. Every place he went, he's so unlucky with that goal, with all of his shots. But I think that will come, and it was said quite a few times. And I think I was watching it with my dad. He said it a couple of times. He said he just needs to settle in a bit more, and then those goals will come to it when he gets around to it. But he's good enough. I think that today showed he's good enough, even though he didn't get the goal. He's good enough to play up front for us.
And what about the other players? Odegaard, Johnson. Also, they both got on the score sheet today. What do you make of them?
I'm happy with Johnson. I'm happy he got the goal, but it's silly red card. Silly.
Do you think right decision?
Sorry?
Right decision, do you think?
Oh, 100%. It was definitely a red card. You can't be going doing that. As soon as I saw it, it was red card. Maybe slightly harsh, but and I think some other refs wouldn't give it, but I thought it was a red as soon as I saw it. You can't be doing that. It's not in the modern game. But apart from that, I thought he was a lot more confident. And then talking on Odegaard, his partnership was fantastic, and his best game he's played in the Spurs shirt. And I said last week that he needs to start improving, and he did. And he showed it. And Johnson started to show it, and then he got a silly red card. Then again, it was a blessing, because we saw that Mickey van der Ven goal, and who knows if we would if he didn't get sent off, and all that space was opened up for us. Like, wow.
And talk about in terms of the Van der Ven goal, do you think that's how highly do you rate that goal? Is that the best goal from the centre back you've ever seen?
Best goal I've ever seen. I saw the Sonny goal. That's why I've got the Son shirt on, because as close as I can get to Van der Ven at the moment, because I saw that goal. And then today, oh my God, it beats it by a mile. everything I've ever seen.
Thomas
Best
Frank said
goal.
it. Thomas Frank said it was like Messi turned into a centre back
Yeah,
And grew
exactly.
about 3 foot.
and grew about 3 foot. And the way he finished it well as well, wasn't it, Rocco? It was the
Oh,
run
he
and the
could've-
finish was
he could've
incredible.
squared that so easily, and he didn't. And he just tucked it away. It was striker's finish.
And
I
this
don't
is-
know where he learned it. I don't know who he's been talking to, but please, we need more of that. More of that every week.
It's insane to have a centre back in who's capable of that kind of run, and we've seen it 3 times now, at least
3 or 4.
3 or 4 times we've seen it from him, and it's just a weapon. You know, we want him to see it more often, don't we? But you just watch those hamstrings.
He's saving his pace for attacking runs now, not defensive runs.
Exactly.
If his hamstrings go, he's one of my favourite players to watch right now. I think he had a bad game against Chelsea.
Yep.
And I don't think a lot of people talk about some of those hospital passes. But apart from, I think that's his only game I've seen that he's been really, really bad in. But he is a fantastic player, and I genuinely think we need to sign him up on a 10-year deal, give him whatever money he wants, because we're going to struggle to keep him in the summer. Because teams are going to come in for him, but he needs to stay here. He's too good. He's too good. If we can have Romero and Van der Ven as a centre-back pairing next year, we're sorted.
Talking about Dane, what did you feel about him winning the penalty and then Richarlison taking the penalty instead of Dane?
I think Richarlison, and it's been said multiple times by multiple different people, Richarlison is a fantastic role model, and he seems fantastic when we see him. He's laughing, joking with everyone. But today, I think he needs to be sold. I'm done with him. He shouldn't even be on the bench next week, because that's a young striker from our academy who won a penalty. You're 4-0 up. Let him take it. Maddison let you take the penalty when he won it. You've got to pass that on. You've got to. It's not fair. And Dane Scarlett should be our substitute striker from now on. And Richarlison shouldn't play another game. It's completely soured my opinion on him. He needs to go. He needs to go.
But you say that, but Frank probably would have given him the duties. This is probably why he took it. So I don't think Frank's going to hold the opinion that he should never play because he took the penalty.
Because you're 4-0 up against Copenhagen in the last couple of minutes. I genuinely think if Kylian Mbappe was on the pitch, he would have let Dane Scarlett take it. It's a choice on the pitch at the moment. It's not a manager's choice. If he preferred it or not, he still missed. And you're 4-0 up against Copenhagen in the last minutes. Nothing can go wrong at that moment if you give it to a young striker who's looking for goals. You're the substitute striker. You're going to get appearances. He doesn't get many appearances. You need to give him that opportunity to prove himself.
I think the good thing about it is he actually came on and he had an immediate impact, didn't he? We've seen it when Richarlison has come on or other strikers have come on, how they just haven't been able to get involved in the game. But he did not. He could have had that header as well, but Richarlison took that off him, didn't he? Got wide a few times. He offered a different option, didn't he? We utilised it, Rocco.
I mentioned it last week, and I think I mentioned it the week before. He needs to play off the bench more. And every time he's on that bench, I want him on, because he's shown it multiple times now, in multiple different games, in these little small appearances, these little 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And he doesn't get many goals because they're so short, but he shows something every time he goes on. He shows a hunger. And I don't see that from a Richarlison or even sometimes a Solanke. And he just brings something different. We just need that, and especially from a young striker who we can bring on. And I'm not saying he's going to be a Harry Kane level striker, but we need to do that with our youth. If they're showing hunger and they're actually showing something when we bring them on, we need to do it more often. And he should come on against Manchester United because he's deserved it. he deserves it from that 10 minutes. He's shown more, and he's shown more in 10 minutes than Richarlison has shown all season. And I think that's a big thing.
All right, Rocco, appreciate you coming on as always and giving your time, and we'll speak to you soon.
See you later, Rocco.
Come on.
Wrong side.